spend a day with me as a medical engineering college from North Coast Medical Training College. From theory lectures to build up foundation to hands-on skills. We started the day in the kitchen making our breakfast, a Swahili morning snack called kaimati. After mixing everything, the oil was heated and my sister took over, carefully deep frying them in the hot oil. Slowly they began to expand, turning around and floating to the top. Watching them cook was satisfying, and finally there they were, golden brown, fresh and ready to be enjoyed. I then moved to our mini kitchen and poured some tea from the thermos into my plastic cup. After adding a bit of sugar, I stirred it and took my first sip of black tea, enjoying it alongside the small snacks. Once breakfast was ready, I picked my shoes from the rack, opened the door and stepped out, ready to begin my journey. I guess it's time to go to the college. As usual, the morning nature looked beautiful, quiet, fresh, and full of life. I walked slowly, pen resting on my mouth, already getting my mind ready for the day ahead. When I reached the college, the lecturers were still on a meeting, so we waited outside for a few moments, and once it was over, we went straight to class, ready to begin our classes. The class of the day was hospital engineering. It was a theory session focusing on laundry and kitchen equipment used in medical facilities. Our lecturer, Engineer Oscar Lukose, guided us through the lesson using his laptop right from the table of the class, breaking everything down step by step. In the middle of the session, I stepped out briefly to take a short call. Then I returned and settled back in. As the lesson continued, I took time to draw and explain septic tanks in the whiteboard and my book, writing down key points for future reference. Moments like this remind me that every class adds another layer to the journey. Once we were finished the theory session, we left the classroom and walked towards the workshop. The shift from notes and explanations to hands-on practice felt refreshing. It was time for our medical electronics skills session, where learning moves from the mind to the hands. When we arrived at the workshop, we were given our sheets to analyze and go through before starting the skills session. We took a moment to understand everything first. On the table, all the equipment were ready, laid out. But the main thing that caught my attention was the breadboard, the starting point of everything we were about to build.
This resistance.
Total 12.7. 12.7. Then we got started with the skills. We built our connection step by step, measuring everything with the multimeter and carefully recording the results. It was focused, practical work, learning by doing. And once we were done, as usual, we dismantled everything, organized the components, and returned them to the store, leaving the workshop just as we found it. Before leaving the workshop, I washed my face just to feel fresh again on the way back. As I headed toward my hostel room, I could feel how tiring the day had been, but it was productive in every way. Days like this remind you that progress doesn't always come easy, but it always comes to those who keep showing up, keep learning, keep pushing, and trust the process. Finally, I arrived back in my room. The first thing I reached for was some fresh fruit, stafeli. I cut it open to reveal that sweet, white, dripping flesh inside. After such a long day, it tasted perfect. Honestly, a solid 10 out of 10. A simple reward to boost my immune. I settled down for the evening to work on the research our lecturer had assigned. It was quite focused time, perfect for reflecting on the day and putting in the effort to understand and prepare for what's ahead. Even after a long day, learning never stops. After finishing my research, I decided to entertain myself in front of the mirror, imagining I was a top musician, just having fun and letting go of my mind. Once I got tired, I had some water and a few dates, then rested on my mattress while enjoying some oranges for supper. As a comrade, you have got to get used to eating once a day, but it's all a part of the routine, keeping focused and discipline. I finished the day by putting the net over my bed, getting everything ready to rest. Don't forget to like, share, and